Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 6, featuring Femme Fatale, Blue-Eyed Devil, Heroine, Novaxaru. Thank y'all so much for tuning into episode 6. We're back in the countryside. Hang on a second. Ah, man, smell that fine, fine country air. Helping the Stormstouts yet again. Chen really reminds me of a guy I knew, and I used to work with him. It was like the first job I ever had as a young teenager. It was a family business, and it was putting up tents and everything. It was like basically tent rentals. But one year we always we had a few big jobs throughout the year, right? And one of them was up in the state of New York, and it was for this, I don't know what it was called. It was some festival of some kind, but a lot of people were drinking, and boy oh boy, as a young guy in the I want to say it was Brooklyn, had to have been. It's quite the sight to see so many people just drinking and whatnot. Chen reminds me of some of the people I used to see. But if y'all are enjoying the series, but just in case this is your first episode and you're just tuning in, top right corner of the screen is going to be a playlist card. That playlist is, oh my goodness, what is this? All right, well, this country boy just got his ass handed to him on a silver platter by a whole bunch of rabbits. Nice. Had to happen at least. It has to happen. Had to happen to me. Just, tradition follows suit. But yes, top right corner of the screen is a playlist card that'll take you directly to this character's specific leveling series. Throughout the video, we'll also have a few other different cards, one for the channel, and a few others to showcase to take you directly to the other character specific leveling series as well. Human Warrior Malakial, Blood Elf Paladin Valera, and many more to come. Many more to come. We're still just scratching the surface of leveling characters. Alright, you little vermin. You guys are reminding me of those Cabals with the dang candles. Get out of here. You guys with your little tunnels, turnips, nasty little turnips. Ooh, there's a big dude. Big old Chungus rabbit. Let's go ahead and take care of you. Though I'm not too sure if I'm supposed to be doing this guy early. I assume I'm gonna have to go back and fight Chufa again. Chufa surprise. What do you got for me, buddy? What in the world is that? What kind of mechanism? Or is it shooting? Oh, okay. What is it? A whole bunch of fireworks? What a guy. First and foremost, how did you even craft this thing? Or did you steal it from the local farmers? Hey, Chen. Good to see you, my man. You mind helping me out here, take out this big rat? Okay, Chen, you could have done this whole task yourself, man. Why in the world did I have to come down here, get my ass beat by a bunch of rabbits? Kind of embarrassing. My pride's hurt a little bit. And you just come in, save the day, and run right out. What a guy, man. What a panda. What a guy. And just in case this is your first episode tuning in, Let's Level series is all about, well, pretty much the main objective is leveling every class, different race every time, or at least most of the time, as much as I can. And that's pretty much the short and sweet of it. Learn all about Azeroth and all the different main classes and the unique roles that each class plays. I was hoping I'd be able to sneak out. Maybe I will. Maybe I can. Maybe if I do a flying kick. But, I mean, there's a few objectives here, so just go ahead and take care of these guys. Again, Monk's utility is incredible. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's about 8 mobs. 8 mobs, one of them being a bigger rabbit bro. It just completely annihilated in just a few seconds. You can't go wrong with a monk, y'all. I'm sorry. You just can. I don't know how the rating and mythic plus dungeons stack with who's like in the tier list or whatnot in terms of who's the best damage dealers. I don't think rogues have seen the light of day in a long time. So I'm assuming they're probably at the bottom, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say monks are pretty decently, at least middle of the pack in terms of damage dealing, because these guys are just insane. Either that or it's just because it's so new to me, I'm still just in awe at how... Okay. Oh, that was a player. Oh, okay. It was a hunter. That's why I was a little confused for a second. I've never seen that tiger variation, or... Yeah, it's got to be a tiger. It's got stripes. I've never seen that tiger variation before, so I was really confused as if that was like another mob, but like a rare of some kind or whatnot. So it took me a minute. How y'all doing in Azeroth? How's y'all's journeys and adventures doing? I hope regardless of what iteration of the game that you're playing, be it retail, Cataclysm, Classic, literally in 2 days about to be MOP, Miss Pandaria Classic, Season of Discovery, Classic Era, Classic Anniversary, doesn't matter. I hope y'all are having just as much fun in Azeroth as I am. Being the third major class I'm playing, oh my goodness. It's been quite the journey. It's definitely been quite the journey. Very much excited. Excited and a little nervous because right around the corner, man, these dudes hit hard. Right around the corner, I know I'm going to be tackling the first healer. And with the time walking schedule that is about to be like, it's about to, like, time walking is about to rotate out. The new set of dungeons are going to be rotating in. I'm pretty excited about it. At the same time, definitely a little nervous because I've never healed in World of Warcraft. Never. And as the expansions increased, so did the difficulty and so did the mechanics of such. So I wonder how I'm going to pan out. Now, tanking on Paladin, that was one thing. I felt like I did okay. I'm not going to say I did the best, but I definitely felt like I did okay with Valera's leveling journey and just relearning tanking. Paladin, I felt like I can control things. At some point, gonna be hitting up a Death Knight, and I've never touched Death Knight, didn't even bother with it. So I'm curious as to see how is tanking easier on DKs, or is it actually harder? Is there a lot more, like, is it just a little bit more mechanic focused versus Paladins, where you can pretty much just AoE a whole bunch of things and keep control of hate? Like, how is hate mitigation work on DKs? The first healer is going to be super interesting. It's going to be cool to see how I adapt under pressure, because as a damage dealer, going into a dungeon, you can do anything you want. Like, you have it. All you have to do is burn down whichever mob the tank is focusing as much as possible, or just AoE everything, because I mean that's just the name of the game now, AoE everything. But it's going to be a nice little change of pace for sure. I'm looking forward to it because I need to, and I need to really understand how each role is super unique in this game. So I need to do my due diligence for the community and just really do due diligence for myself. This ability right here is also sick. You get 3 clones. All of them copy whatever move you are doing, so if you're doing any AoE abilities, it's doing the same. You basically quadruple your damage output in a matter of seconds. Man, monks are crazy, dude. These guys are like the Meta Knight. Honestly, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I feel like this is the Meta Knight of World of Warcraft. At least, like, the Brawl Meta Knight. We're not talking about the other Smash Bros. Titles. We're just specifically talking about Brawl, and if you know, you know. Look, Meta Knight was, when people found out how crazy Meta Knight was, Oh my goodness. That's all you saw. That's all you saw. There was no counter. There was no hard counter for Meta Knight. And I feel like that's how Monk is. Monk has an answer to almost everything. I think the only thing it may not have an answer to utility-wise might be stuns and like a multiple stuns at once. That may be its drawback. I could be wrong though. But it's good to be back in the countryside. Fresh country air. A little bit of creek water. Some of y'all call it creek. I think a majority of us call it creek. Some call it crick. Fun fact: in the for us Americans, depending on what state you're from, most of us in the Northeast corridor, we call it creek, but there's some states, one in particular that was directly across from me, where a majority of the people called it crick. And it's like, it's so fascinating as Americans, especially because we're a pretty diverse country for sure. We really are. And the little nuances that some of us have, like culturally wise, like for instance, my corporal, he's from just outside of Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, but how he says it is really weird, or how you pronounce it. To me it is, because it's like, I would just say Louisville. Well, a true Kentuckian from that area, from I guess that area, would call it Louisville. And it's like, what? It makes no sense to me. Well, to me, it makes no sense. It sounds foreign, but it's just super interesting. So like creek and crick, Louisville, oh my goodness. But if y'all are enjoying the content in the video, the series as a whole, go ahead and consider tossing it a like. Do consider commenting if you have constructive feedback or just want to talk about any subjects. I'm a social butterfly. You can talk to me about practically anything. And maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. The journey to 100 subscribers continues. Second major milestone I have goal-wise for the channel, and the journey continues there on out. Once we hit the 100 mark, then we go to 150 and 200 and so on and so forth. Y'all have been incredible. The support for the channel has been amazing, and I sincerely appreciate everybody's time. Your time is valuable, and I want to make sure that the series is entertaining and fun for both veterans and new players of World of Warcraft alike. I hope y'all like the animations too, the different character intros, the animations. I know the thumbnail has recently changed a little bit as well. We have a very anime cute-esque version of Frostmourne. It's super cool, and the little details of it is really nice. I do have another version that I think I'm going to utilize for the upcoming classic or Miss Pandaria series, like Let's Leveling series, whenever I decide to start that one. So that way there'll be a very obvious differentiating factor between the two, the retail series and the classic one. But there's some little details in there, like where the nose part of the sword is, it's actually like in the shape of a little heart. It's super cute. Y'all can tell I'm a fan of anime, hence why the different, the thumbnails have their different Malachial in a specific class, but it's very chibi-esque. Just something that I really always, I just had a thought process for, and everything clicked. The more and more I thought of it, it just clicked. And I hope y'all appreciate those little details. Although this one has a crab on it, a monk aesthetic crab, and that's simply a little bit of Final Fantasy influence as well as World of Warcraft, simply because of the Koi Bros and everything. I was taking some influence for the Miss Pandaria Isle, or the Pandaria Isles, and that's kind of how that one came to be. All right, Chen, you are sending us to all. I'm cool to be a farmhand and help out and everything. Super cool with doing like farm chores and countryside stuff. But even I need a little bit of a break. So let's go ahead and take a quick break of tea, because that sounds really nice. I have some jasmine here. Fooling the local wildlife. Never thought I'd be doing this. I mean, can we really? I mean, they are local wildlife, but they're also vermin. So do we really? Is it really? Is it really a problem if we're just helping mitigate damage to crops if they're vermin? I know it doesn't work on the big guys. I thought it did. Or I thought it would. So on the farm, Chufa, you're back, my friend. Let's go ahead and take care of you because I already did it, so second time. Same as the first verse, you know? I know on my old folks' farm, the only type of vermin we had, maybe on occasions, because we had chickens and everything, we on rare, but we did at some point have a few rats. And those dudes, I mean, it was close to winter, so you try to expect some stuff like that. But it was like the first time we had it, and it was the last year we actually had chickens with us, which is super cool. Chickens, raising them are super easy. I'll never forget, man, because my grandmother, my abuela, she was, I mean, she was a country gal too from the Caribbean, but she could recognize things like a mile away. It was super, super cool. One day we had gotten a new batch of chickens and she immediately pointed out, after some time passed, obviously, she pointed out and it was basically, that one's a rooster. And my mother, bless her heart, she did not believe her. She honestly was just like, no, there's no way. It looks exactly like all the other ones. And she's like, nope, that one is a rooster. Don't believe me? Wait a few months and you'll find out. And sure enough, we started to see the tail feathers curve. You know how like y'all know how roosters' tail feathers curve. And sure enough, it turned out to be a rooster. And boy, was he a grumpy son of a gun. I've had a few roosters as a country boy, and I had what, 3 in total. And the first one was a complete jerk. Dude was an absolute mad lad, like complete typical rooster jerk. He would try to pick a fight with me every chance he got. I don't know why. He's just like, dude, like I'm just trying to clean the water and make sure you're fed and everything else. But yeah, he was crazy. The second one though, he was super docile, like completely the complete polar opposite of what a rooster is. Honestly, I didn't even think he thought he was a rooster. Dude never attacked anything. Did the normal cock-a-doodle-doo and every morning and such, but other than that, he was just super chill. Super chill and relaxed. I think he realized how good he had it. Well, I would definitely come hand in all these quests, but let me take care of the local wildlife real quick. But yeah, he was super cool. It sucks. He eventually got torn to sunder by the local foxes. Mama fox that we had that living on the property. Well, not living on the property, but she had more than enough space for her den, especially in the woods and everything. So one morning I walked out and I came out. I was going down the hill and all of a sudden I see a bunch of feathers and I was like, ah, son of a gun, they finally got him, didn't they? I don't even know how he got out, but the dude got out somehow. And obviously at night, forget it. I mean, there's no point. The third rooster we had didn't last long. I'm not too sure if he was the true runt of the litter or if his little, you know, I don't know how you call it, flock, I guess. But I don't know if he was a runt, but he didn't last too long. He was, what, like maybe a year and a half, and then he just passed. So traditionally, as a country boy, I actually buried all of my chickens, most of them. Whenever they passed, or if they passed due to whatever reason, I'd actually go find a spot and give them a proper burial. I know it sounds weird because really, I mean, you could just, you know, dispose of it and let the local wildlife take care of the rest. But any chance I got, I always try to give them proper little burial. Probably was a lot more effort, but it was just some little thing that we did. And if y'all fellow country peeps that may be watching, y'all know the difference between a store-bought egg and a homegrown one. You can taste the difference. I promise you, you can absolutely taste the difference. So I guess where I'm going with all these little short life stories is because we're in the countryside and helping out the store, Mr. Stormstout and his little niece over here. Being in the countryside just reminds me a lot of this because it's just so nice. It's just so nice to be able to sit there and relax. I mean, look, we got Asian kites flying in the distance. We got the local wildlife. Outside of those vermin, those dudes are pains in the necks. Mud Mug. Sorry, I didn't realize you had a quest for me. Vial to gather muddy water. Okay, see? Look at this. True country boy stuff. Oh my goodness. I had a coworker who we were practicing at the range one day, and this dude he had to have grown up like country. So he gets a little cut, not anything major. He gets a little cut on his like hand, and it had rained we're on like an open field range, just practicing firearm safety and training, and it downpoured. So everything is now muddy. It's miserable. It's muggy. It's everything. It's a true southern summer conditions. And this dude gets a cut on his arm, on his little hand somehow, and we're taking a break, and all he begins to do is like, he goes to the nearest puddle and then he starts like cleaning his hand out. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like, what? You never did this? And I'm like, no, there's reasons why you don't. And he's just like, builds character. And I'm just like, okay, builds character. So this definitely reminds me a little bit of that good memory I have. All kinds, y'all, all kinds. I know we tend to rag on Americans and how we do things over here on this side of the pond. I know that for all good reasons. But it truly is a diverse nation. You really just pick a state and it's just so different from the other states. You know what I mean? It's just so different. Check out those size of those lily pads there. Those turtles are loving life right now.
What wisdom do you seek? Slow down. Life is to be savored.
So I was going back the other day, and I think it was, what was the website? I think it was the Wayback Machine, and I was checking out YouTube profiles of like creators, like Let's Players from way back in the day. We're talking truly way back in the day. And what was cool about it is I'm looking at the older kind of format of YouTube. Man, that is a massive caterpillar or silkworm, excuse me. But oh, this little village has a moth invasion. Not a problem. I did pest control for quite a few years, so I know a thing or two about these things. We can definitely take care of this stuff. Not a problem. But yeah, I was going back in like YouTube back in the day, because newer generations don't understand how good we had it, like how real good we had it, and it was crazy to see, like pre 2000, had to have been pre 2008, the old YouTube format with the 5-star ratings that, depending on how, like your a full star could become a quarter star rating, and everything in between, the different, oh my goodness, copyright strikes back then didn't exist practically. Like it was rare to see a copyright strike, and like every YouTube FMV of from like playing Dragon Ball, like a Dragon Ball Z FMV, like a music video, and it'd be of like the multitude scene of like like a multitude of different fights and everything. But it always had, you can tell it either had Breaking Benjamin as the song, it had, what did it have, Breaking Benjamin, Slipknot, a few other bands. Some of the older, I'm aging myself again, but all in good faith and love. But y'all, some of the old timers in here will definitely remember those days. It's also back in the day when you can find anything on YouTube, practically almost anything. You literally could watch movies. You'd have to do it in like 15 parts, but 10-minute increments and 15 parts, but you could watch like old movies and such. That's how I actually saw The Crow 2, believe it or not. I would literally watch The Crow 2 through YouTube. That's exactly how I even found out about, or just watched The Crow 2, and then was extremely disappointed in it. Crow 1 was where it's at, man. Especially the original. The original was super good. But yeah, it's so cool to see just like how everything has changed and evolved over time. Like really evolved over time. For one of y'all, Hades, I think you mentioned it. You mentioned having very fond memories of playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and so did I. When Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I mean, that game shook a high school community, if you can imagine. Shook our minds like crazy. But I remember Kingdom Hearts being a lot of having a lot of FMVs. I remember there was not an animator, but there was, YouTube hoops, YTPs. Do y'all remember those? There was one particular creator who had like some of the most, I guess now would be considered viral type of content. But they had it, and it was all Kingdom Hearts based. It's amazing to see the difference of humor too, the level of humor, the difference of humor that we had even just a decade ago, and then fast forward to now. It's so different from watching movies and YouTube poops and FMVs and watching a whole bunch of old Halo related MLG or game battles content and just anything you can imagine. Heck, we could do we could go as far as to say, like, for World of Warcraft, let's just bring up old memories of World of Warcraft. PvP videos. There wasn't a lot of like walkthroughs for Warcraft or World of Warcraft back in the day. There was like starting zone leveling and how to, crafting certain spots with horrible audio and quality. I had some too. Let's just be honest. We all probably did. And y'all were the kings though of PvP content. No other game besides like PvP WoW was up there with Halo. That's how bad, like completely badass it was. And most of the time it was either warriors, mages, to my memory, it was either warriors, mages. I think I saw a few warlock PvP ones too, which was pretty interesting back in the day. And then eventually like Death Knights and stuff like that. Didn't see a whole lot of paladins, but I know there was a lot of videos of people that were trying to explain paladin rotations and whatnot. This back before like Content Crate was even a thing. And just trying to explain all that stuff. But yeah, y'all would talk even in those videos, you could tell the level of artistry. I think that's the term I'm trying to go for. Oh man, y'all would just be complete ballers. I mean ballers. And a lot of the PvP content, I'm sorry to the Alliance family, no disrespect to y'all, but the Horde were like super into it. Like you would see a Forsaken mage just completely rocking house. So shout outs to the Horde, y'all.
Made my way inside. I decided
the legendary Horde players from back in the day.
Stormstout family.
Oh, look at this. We're playing as Chen, and here's the brewery. So this explains how we actually got to this dungeon.
Aren't accepting visitors right now.
I'd imagine you as a brewery never accept visitors anyway.
Family. I am a Stormstout from the Wandering Isle. Are you deaf? We aren't allowing anybody in the brewery right now. There is no need to speak to me that way. Wait, what is going on behind you? Huh? That's nothing. Now go away. I had no choice but to defend myself. I was shaken, but I did not give up. I pursued the strange old brewer to ask him some more questions. What? Were you sent to check up on me? Everything's fine. It's all under control. Come, speak with me. Let's sit down and talk. Have a beer together. There will be no sitting, no talking, and none of your horrible beer. Hey, what's that behind you? First beer elementals, and now a Hosen attack. Something was very wrong. I decided to give him one more chance. I was not about to give up on family. How many times must I tell you? Go away! I don't understand, old man.
Fellow married men,
To upset you.
did that not remind you of a certain scenario and situation?
You are not welcome
you know,
That was all I needed
when
to
the wife is incredibly
shun.
pissed off at you for any reason under the sun,
I turned and left.
and all you want is just a simple conversation. To my fellow married men that know and understand the struggles of being married for at least more than 2 years, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Sorry, y'all, but that just reminded me of that moment. I've been married for a decade. Actually, a decade and a year now. And, yeah, some things just never change. Some things never change. For all you single gentlemen out there, remain single as long as you can. Have fun. Be kind. Be respectful. Be gentlemen. Be true gentlemen. And settle down when you absolutely know you have the one that you are going to feel comfortable with for the remainder of your existence. Because remember, you're selling your soul. And if you don't think you are, think twice. Word to the wise. Because I think most of us as married men married into crazy.
Glad to have you. We will be making a stout.
Nothing against the sisters out there. Nothing against the sisterhood. Again, where would we be without y'all? It goes both. That road goes both ways. But I'm just saying,
We'll meet back here.
peace and tranquility ceases to exist when you have absolutely no idea what you did wrong, and you still refuse to understand the word of concede.
May your journey be long.
There must be an ancient Chinese proverb for it too. There must be. Again, y'all, if you know, you know. High Valley of the Four Winds. We are trying to get Mr. Stormstout the best brew that I guess he's going to take to family members in the brewery that we have done dungeons at, and showcase his proficiency as a true brew master. I was about to say alcoholic. That's not the term I'm going for. Oh, heck yeah. More gardening. This is what I'm talking about. More gardening. I miss having a garden. I miss growing tomatoes, lettuce, cabbage. I've tried watermelon. Pumpkins. Pumpkins are very invasive. If you take pumpkins, older, like starting to rot pumpkins, and toss them in the woods, they are invasive. They will actually seed themselves and grow. Depending on the environment, but 90% of the time they'll grow. If you just throw them out there, they will grow. Much like bamboo. Bamboo is incredibly invasive, is super strong, and can be used for so many different things. Furniture, tools. I really wouldn't eat it, but I mean, go with the flow, I guess. You could do so much with bamboo, but it is incredibly invasive and fast growing. If the environment is very proper for it, it is super invasive. Like, it will devour and destroy everything else within its vicinity most of the time. So if you plan on having bamboo in your garden or around your house, understand that those hydrangeas, they may look beautiful, but they're not going to appreciate a group of bamboo about to seed themselves and completely take over the underneath vines that you can't see. Because boy, will they do that. Lessons learned from a little green hand country boy. I like this, man. This reminds me of simpler times. Very simpler times. Of just watering, growing, having to check on the plants, talking to the plants. Talking to your plants, it seems like only crazy and the elderly do that, but it's actually got a purpose to it. I promise. Just if you're a gardener, or if you're planning on gardening, seriously, talk to your plants. I'm not kidding. It's a little trick I learned from, it may be just an old wives' tale, but it's a good one. It's a good one. It's always worked with a lot of my plants, especially the ones that don't require as much sun as the others. My aloe vera plant that I'm currently trying to take care of. It's grown considerably. I just talk to him. I give him personality. You know, nothing crazy. But it works. Little things. Trust me, it works. Try it.
I'm out of range. Far away. I must get closer. I'm out of range.
Slow down. Until next time. Yep. Ha! Good one. Ooh.
What is your hurry?
It's pretty cool to see a horde mount. The manticores. It's very cool to see that. Fran's spear, a rare upgrade. Very nice. Bismillah. I will gladly take that, Miss Fran, and hopefully get to slay as much vermin as I possibly can. In your name and your honor.
What do you need?
Gailan, what are you doing up there, good sir? Weed war. Nice. Pull 100 weeds. Ah, heck yeah. This is... Woo. This is now calling to home, a little close to home. Many summers, my mother would have me out in the heat and sun pulling weeds by hand. You learn to pull all this stuff by hand first before you get any of the fancier tools. And I assume, or I guess chemicals to get rid of the weeds. I don't know if y'all also did that in your childhood, but I have very fond memories of Saturday mornings. Not only were you cleaning the house, if mom was out there gardening, oh boy, she would have us out there too. And you pull the weeds by hand, literally just grab, get a firm grip, and then pull and twist at the same time. That way you're not just getting the plant itself, you're pretty much pulling the vine up as well. Doesn't work for every single type of weed, but for the most part. Or, you know, you can take a weed whacker too. You can do that. I prefer gas farm equipment rather than electronic. I don't know. Something about an electronic weed whacker to me just seems kind of silly. I think a true to form regular gas works just... Ooh, hello. All right. Well. The weeds are definitely getting a lot more tougher, and they're definitely adapting, as any plant does. It's Mother Nature, you know. Nice. Okay, so just like I was saying, just like I was saying, you work your way up the ladder. You get on your hands and knees, and you're pulling up the weeds. Probably, I never jumped on the weeds. That doesn't really do a whole lot, but pulling them, manual labor, And then eventually mom gets sick of you, not sick of you, but mom just sits there and says, this is taking too long, or oh my goodness, your technique stinks. And she gives you the chemicals to get rid of the weed, or get rid of the weeds. Or she just sits there and says, all right, just go get the weed whacker. Which works just as well. I really like the diverse questing that Miss Pandaria gives us. I don't know, or I'm just getting so much nostalgia. I'm getting so much nostalgia at once. You know, this stuff is just, it hits home. It hits home. There we go, 100 out of 100.
Slow down.
I think things are gonna calm down for you, good sir. We pull weeds like a champion. I do appreciate that. Harkens back to when my grandmother would compliment those many Saturday mornings. Be like, good job after all that hard work. Great job. But we got the hops. We got all these other ingredients. Let's go ahead and turn these quests in. Get a very nice chunk of EXP. We might even ding 51, which I think is going to be pretty cool. Climbing up the levels. Not too long now, y'all. Not too long now.
Sit down. Have a drink. Come back with some stories.
Back to these vermin. And I do have us queued up just to see if we can get a dungeon. Figure why not? We've been questing. I kind of use dungeons as a reward, which is really weird. I mean, I use it as training and I also use it as a reward.
I'm out of range.
Move those furry feet. What are you doing to that panda gal over there? Oh, hey, we got a dungeon. Nice. Let's see what we got. Ah, the brewery. Look at this. Stormstout Brewery. I have a feeling we're gonna have to do this again. Mrs. Illyria Windrunner. Or Ilaria.
Return to the Void Rift so that we may honor.
I believe we just unlocked the ability to go do the heritage armor quests, which I have no idea what the Void Elves do for heritage armor wise. I just know it looks absolutely beautiful. Probably one of the best looking heritage sets are like armor sets. This tank is going balls to the wall here. This dude knows what he's doing. But I'm definitely going to do it. Definitely going to try to showcase whatever it is. Try to showcase the Void Armor set because it's super, super cool looking. Like on the females, it is just absolutely beautiful. The voidish purple with the galaxy stars looking stuff, it's insane how good it looks. So I'm definitely looking forward to showcasing that. And y'all get the Void Sunstrider, the Void Chocobo, like that thing is insane. Makes me jealous as a Blood Elf main.
Come on and get your hook on.
I think y'all have definitely seen this dungeon. We've seen the brewery plenty of times. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do it again for the quest line, which is fine. But I think now is a perfect time just to give a little bit of concentration. And let's just go ahead and get through this one.
I must get closer. Too far away.
Shockwave.
What's it? Are they... What are they doing to our elementals? Hey! Hey, you! Those are our flying...
I'm out of range.
Oh, I liked that last group. Huh? What did you like about it? I thought it was the last group. Yes, yes, yes!
first.
Too bitter. Just a drop of honey and a cane of sugar and maybe some corn. Yes, more corn.
I require a target.
Yes, yes. No, 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 no. Yes, no. Peppers.
Gather item.
What is that thing? It doesn't matter. Nothing will stop them now. Not when I'm so close. Maybe if I don't look at it.
Target you.
Such harmony of flavor, such heady aroma. It is the perfect brew. The name of Stormstout will be sung once again throughout the hills. Uncle Gao, this brewery was left in your care. What have you done? You again? Don't you see? I have made a name for myself at last.
I'm also going to say that the Drakir, as a race, look very awesome. They've got some very beautiful armor sets, too. Looking forward to playing an Evoker. Ah, they're all congregating to me. This was bad. This is the only drawback to queuing up for dungeons while you're questing. If you have yourself positioned to get ambushed, you're going to get ambushed. Why is that panda dancing like that?
I need to target something.
Wait a minute.
First.
I've seen that dance before. I've seen that dance before. I can't put my finger on where though.
Greetings. Travel safe. I hope to see you again soon.
Like I've seen, it looks so, Why is it so familiar to me? It's not like a Spanish dance or whatnot by any means. It's not like a flamenco or a salsa. Oh my goodness. Well, second death of the video. I got completely eviscerated. That was quick. Oof. Oof. Ah, I hate escort quests. I hate escort quests. All right, Mina, let's try this again.
Tell me of your travels. May
Let's
your
get you home.
travels bring you joy.
Where was this dance from, though? Where was that dance from? Is that the racial dance that that monks get, like the Pandaren get? What is it? Help me out here, y'all. I know it's like something for the past, for sure.
Too far away.
54, Bismillah. Great work, team. Great work. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Where have I seen it? It seems like one of those viral dances from back in the day that, you know, when I was earlier, I was talking about like YouTube hoops and all that, and just like the different AMVs, and I swear I've seen that dance. Numa Numa. Numa Numa, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yes. Now it's all it's coming back to me.
Enough of that.